So jump to 15 years old.
Yeah. Well,
how did that manifest?
I started to work for a vet.
Okay.
I was allowed to go down to the local vet and after school and in school holidays, which I absolutely loved.
Yeah.
And I worked in a cattery in school holidays, cleaning out cat shit for, weeks on end for nothing, for a pittance. And I wanted to be a vet nurse, or a vet, actually. Yeah. And I flunked physics and chemistry at school. So I knew that I was never going to be intelligent enough to be a vet. So that was very crushing. Mm-hmm. But I never lost my love of animals. Right. And so when I came to Hong Kong and met, this guy that represented an animal welfare group, I was just beside myself. And I just knew, this is my niche. This is what I want to do.
How old were you at the time?
Oh, I was in my about 25 when I came over to Hong Kong, yeah.
Nice. Now, I'm like you, in which there is no division between companion animals, like domesticated pets, and wild animals, although I don't project pet ownership on these animals. Right. In the same way, so how was your conservation expanded from companion animals to wild animals, and what can we give to the listener in terms of what they can do themselves to start getting involved, to expand from their homes where they may have a pet? Right.
Oh gosh, I think it's just again in our habits, what we eat, what we put on our face, what we read about, how we live our lives. My leap to conservation, if you like, from I originally I said to you, I investigated the live animal markets, and I was absolutely horrified to see bags and bags of dried animal parts, including bear paws, sacks of bear paws in those early days, and pangolin scales and tiger penises and even a rhino horn. I've got pictures in southern China.
Yeah, Guangzhou,
in Guangzhou, of course, everyone. Qingping Market was famous there for the most awful things. And it was just then a wake-up call of thinking that this was all quack medicine, and realising very quickly when I was talking to Chinese medicine doctors that it wasn't quack medicine, that there's a real belief in these products and a belief in harmony with nature. Right. And that was where I think I sort of got a real education, because when they talk about harmony with nature, suddenly doctors were talking to me and saying, bear farming isn't harmony with nature. It may be using their bile, but actually the way they're treated on the bear farms and the way their bile is extracted couldn't be far removed from traditional medicine and how it should be, portrayed, if you like, and worked through. But they also gave me another surprise, that bear bile works in traditional medicine terms, and then I found out that it works in Western terms as well. So it contains ursodeoxycholic acid, or UDCA, which actually was then replicated in the 1950s, synthetically in a laboratory. And it was sold by the ton across the world, but it wasn't using bears.
Right.
And so knowing that, and then knowing from the Chinese doctors that, you could easily replace bear bile with herbs and with synthetics, then I knew that I could be brave and go out there in the community and start maybe, on programs that would reverse that cycle of cruelty for bears and show communities how incredible this species was in their own right, rather than how much they protect humankind or help humankind as well. So it was that leveraging, if you like, and that's what I think we can all do, in our day-to-day lives. Getting back to your, the crux of your question, I think, is just looking at the food we put in our mouths, looking at the medicine that we ingest, and just reflecting on is it kind?
Okay.
That's it. Yeah. Asking every day, what can I do to be kind?
Oh, wow.
Random acts of kindness as well really make you feel better as a person, and things that you don't get any reward for. Sure. Of course.
Well, there's a psychic reward of just being not being a douche, of being a nice person. Right. Jill, thank you so much. Look, we've sat for a long time now, and I really appreciate it. Can we make a photograph that will... We'll both be sweaty.
Okay.
I promise to make you look fantastic.
Okay, thank you. Yeah,
thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is so great.
Ran, thank you for the conversation. I really enjoyed it.
Shooting it raw?
Yes. Shooting it raw.